Hi guys, Mimish. Everything I say is not financial advice. My personal opinion. Let's take a look at the markets. Um, so I have a major correction on cryptos. I cannot short them. I can only go long on them. It's something. It's something. We're in a balance on Solana. Yeah, and I checked out the Coinbase's futures. They have no volume whatsoever. Yeah, this thing is bebopping here. It went up, manipulated. Yeah, sign of weakness level, the resistance level. One of my biggest takeaways from Wyckoff 2.0 of Via Hermosa Chavez, Ruben Via Hermosa Chavez, is that the bearish bar with the biggest volume on the impulse is sign of weakness. I was doubtful about that. It's actually balanced here. Then yeah, it's actually balanced all the way through. Look at this guy. Another thing I've learned earlier this morning. Wow. Yeah, no. Why? Yeah. So I've just heard the opera version of Beach, what the fuck? Why are you so drawn to like silly things like this? But it's hilarious. No, not I think it's hilarious. Same deal. Same deal. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, of course, internet is raving about new war. It's just a little town. It's not a war, I think it's a bidding. What happens in Ukraine can qualify for war if United States and Europe didn't step in. That would be a beating. But with United States and European Union on one side, supporting on one side, and China on the other, it's a war. But what happens with Iran? It's not a war, it's a beating. And maybe it's even better because kind of like for the justice sakes, you want the sides to be more or less even in the conflict, but unfortunately that normally leads to bigger casualties. And that's what we're seeing in Ukraine. When sides are unequal in their power, it minimizes the casualties actually. Because one side is like just losing miserably and the other side is winning. And, you know, like this thing in Venezuela or whatever, where they just captured the president, like end of the story. Wars are very much like street violence in their nature. Street violence is the same. Like if one party is like way stronger than the other, it just knocks out the like weaker party, and it's terrible things, maybe brain concussion or something. But like when sides are more or less equal, oh my gosh, these two will torture each other like half dead. Okay, back to our things. Dun, 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 dun. Unwilling spring. Dun, 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 dun. Oops, 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 sorry. Maybe quick swing here. Tiro goes down. Dun, 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 dun. One bar up thrust and counter trend. Look at this guy. Kazi. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Bims. McDonald's. Closes in the spring. Don't think it's a good spring, but it is a spring. Dun, 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 dun. Dominion energy. Now it's stuck in my head, of course. Like all these like memes, like parasite information get stuck in my head so well. Yeah, this is not going well. It doesn't go anywhere. On the volume thing. Baba. It's all right. It's not the biggest volume, but it's definitely volume. And you can trade, I can trade incidence of the levels here because it's trend. It's high though. It's high. It's high up there. Choosing 0.5. This is strength. And volume distribution is long. Down and then down and then down. There's actually direction. See, it's called a trend. It's not a balance. Needs a closed manipulation signal on daily. On daily. No. Try again. Okay, now here we have a closed. We have a correction. Started. And we have an exhaustion volume which we are above of. Above of, no, just above. Yeah, so we need to come to 0.5. Boom. That's a break. That's a break, and now So, so, so it's very counterintuitive for Russian PAL to not have just an O sound. O doesn't exist in English by itself. It's either O or oi. And that's annoying. Wait. Yeah, that's also Netflix finally stops its climb. These in hours. Yeah. Interesting. Target on volume spring. Still good for continuation of the trend. On volume spring. Volume spring. Irregular configuration would need a test. At the very least. It's after the transition extreme, so yeah, this would be like way better if it. Wait. Ay. Also, in a sense, also in a sense, yep, nope. It's sorry, as much as I would want it otherwise. Scrolling up. That's not one bar roll. 10, then a break. Sorry. This thing goes down, so good for continuation of the trend. So does Moix. Technically, this was a balance and then a break, so it's level. Need to close manipulation signal and then reverses. Yeah, comme ci, comme ça. And that's a break, by the way. I'd be skeptical about this level. But yeah. But yeah. It's because of how like narrow the spread is, and this is the level. It's not bad. It's good. Lin. Yeah. Mm. That's our sign of strengths. Very similar situation to uh, G. This level is all right for day trade. This is all right for a swing. IBM continues its grind. Good exhaustion volume. You see how often the exhaustion volume has like a long like sign of weakness, and like a lot of people think it's a good clear sign of going down, and then oh no, on relative weakness it just like chews it up and goes higher. And often case, an often case. Probably. Probably. Yeah, I'd rather say it's this. So another way to see it is through the change of direction. When day closing correction here, you should have reconsidered the wave go down and then it changed direction, and then there is this. Uh, I think this is more valid. Yeah, we have an exhausted volume, but also direction haven't changed yet. And it's a weakness. It's a weakness. Well, this volume is alarming. The one you saw on lean, very easy might be the same deal. Potentially interesting level, especially if it expands and goes to 0.5. But yeah, here also it's like an exhaustion. And there is no, that's our, doesn't look like an exhaustion. Looks like a local, you know, sign of weakness. I don't know, like a local reversal, but not for long. We'll see. Potentially interesting level. Yeah, nothing much inspiring here. The break is interaction is very powerful. Half of the bar's body below the manipulating level, the support level, support zone. So um, don't think so. Yeah, no exhaustion volume. You know what I mean? Flimsy. Don't think it's any good. I don't think it's any good. I'll keep an eye. Same. You see, like, try to change direction, went back. And this volume, same thing. It ruptured on monthly. Yeah, that's true. Broke the level. But, like, is it really break? Actually, it's a neutral bar. So we don't know it's a break. I don't know, it's a break. It's a neutral bar. But even doesn't matter. Even with transitioning from here, still in this like sig balance. It's still in this sig balance. It's indecisive. And there is a distinctive exhaustion volume. On on daily, and there is no such on monthly. On hour, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's in a balance. Okay. See, I mean, nothingness. Nothingness. I'll keep it. I'll keep it on the radar. So maybe later we'll take care of this list. But for now, I think I'm good. Okay, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Take care.